Hello, dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine and doing well at home. This is the third lecture for Class 8 Geography Chapter 2, that is Land, Soil, Water, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. In the previous videos, we have discussed about the meaning of land, uses of land, classification of land, how to conserve land resources. We have discussed about the meaning of landslides and its mitigation techniques. We have also discussed about the soil, its uses, factors responsible for soil erosion and how to conserve the soil. Now in this lecture, we will discuss about water. As we know that water is a natural resource and our 71% Earth's surface is covered with water. That's why Earth is known as a blue planet or water planet. We will discuss uses of water, problems of water availability and how to conserve the water resources. As you can see here, water is vital for life to exist. Water is almost everywhere, above the earth, in the air and clouds, on the earth as rivers, oceans and ice caps, in plants and animals, and inside the earth in the form of groundwater. Most of this water cannot be used by humans. Around 97% of Earth's surface is in the oceans, and due to its salinity, it cannot be used for domestic, agricultural, or industrial purposes. Only around 3% of the water is fresh water, that is potable. Nearly 70% of this occurs as ice sheets and glaciers in polar regions and mountain regions. Hardly 1% of total freshwater is distributed very unevenly around the world. Around 3% of total freshwater is present in lakes, rivers, reservoirs, and underground sources. Sources of fresh water on the earth's surface are rainwater, surface water, and groundwater. As we know that water is basic to life and one of the most important renewable natural resource. Water is colorless, odorless and tasteless. It is the only resource that is available in three different forms. These three different forms are liquid, solid and gases. Liquids in oceans, rivers and lakes in the form of water. Gases in the form of water vapor available in atmosphere, and solid in the form of ice in the mountains and polar regions. As we know that Earth is known as a water planet or blue planet due to two-thirds surface area is covered with water. Now let's discuss about the water cycle. As you can see in the diagram, here are the four processes of water cycle. First, water is collected in lakes, rivers and oceans. Then with the help of sunlight, it is evaporated and condensed in the form of clouds in the atmosphere. Then from the clouds, it falls on the ground in the form of precipitation as rain, hail, snow, sleet. And then again, this precipitation goes to the ground and water is again collected in rivers, oceans. The cycle of process by which water circulates between the Earth's oceans, atmosphere, and land, involving precipitation as rain and snow, drainage in streams and rivers, and return to the atmosphere by evaporation and transpiration. This is the definition of water cycle. Now let's discuss about the uses of water. As you can see in these pictures, some uses of water. We all know that life on earth begins in the sea. Water in one form or the other is absolutely essential for the maintenance of all kinds of life. Water can be used for direct and indirect purposes. Direct purposes include bathing, drinking, washing hands, brushing teeth, watering plants. But examples of indirect purposes are the use of water in processing wood to make paper and in producing steel and other metals. The bulk of the world's water is used for agriculture, industry, transportation, drinking, and to generate electricity. Now we will discuss about the problems of water availability. As you can see in these pictures, some areas which are facing the fresh water availability problem. Those areas are known as the water scarcity areas. First, we will discuss what is the meaning of scarcity. Water scarcity is either the lack of enough water or the lack of access to safe water. Still today, around the world, too many people spend their entire day searching for water. Clean, safe drinking water is scarce. Today, nearly 1 billion people don't have access to it. As you can see in this picture, people are standing in a long queue to fetch a bowl, or you can say that to fetch a bucket of water, clean water. And you can see in these all pictures. The problem of water scarcity is a growing one. As more people put ever increasing demands on limited supplies, the cost and effort to build or even maintain access to water has increased. Now, let's see some areas of the world which are facing the water scarcity problem. Most of Africa, West Asia, South Asia, some parts of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America, and entire Australia are facing shortage in fresh water supply. These areas are mostly located near the climatic zones and they face drought where lack of rain and problem of fresh water. Now let's see what are the main causes of water scarcity. There are varied causes of water scarcity. Some are natural and others are man-made. Many of the causes are interrelated. Variation in seasonal or annual precipitation. In some areas, rainfall is high and in some areas, rainfall is low or very less. Then population growth followed by increased water consumption, overexploitation of groundwater resources, urbanization and industrialization, increasing water pollution, climate change, global warming, land use, salination of water in coastal areas. These are the some causes of water scarcity. Now we will discuss about the conservation. Conservation means when we are conserve the resources for the future generation or for us also. In some regions where water is abundant, it is mostly wasted, polluted, or overexploited. Now let's discuss some ways to conserve the water. Don't water to the plants on windy days or in the hottest part of the day, as more water will be wasted. Don't litter. Trash that is thrown in the streets usually chokes the drains and degrades the quality of water. You can see in this picture. Use water sprinklers instead of hose pipes so they water the grass or flowers and not the streets or sidewalk, and less water will be wasted. Do not waste water. Turn off the tap while brushing. Adopt rainwater harvesting system to store water. Rainwater harvesting is a technique of collection and storage of rainwater in tanks or natural reservoirs. As you can see in these both pictures. These pictures are related to the rainwater harvesting. Then drip irrigation method. Use drip irrigation method. It saves water and fertilizer by drip allowing water slowly to the roots of plant, as you can see in this picture. That is known as drip irrigation method. Construct more multi-purpose projects. As you can see here also some ways how to conserve the water. Now I hope from the above discussion you can understand that what is the importance of water in our daily life, because our area is having the water availability, but you looked those areas which are facing the problem of water, and let's try to save the water at our own level in the best way. Write down 5 ways how you can conserve the water at home or at school. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.